The Republic doesn't exist out here. We must survive on our own.
Excuse me.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst CGI in Star Wars movies.
Even I get bored sometimes. You think I had a choice? But I got a nice, easy charter now.
For this list, we'll be ranking the most egregious examples of dated, wonky, or just flat-out bad-looking effects from Star Wars media that were computer-generated. We're not focusing simply on changes, but rather the quality of the work, which means that Greedo shooting first will be omitted, despite that moment living rent-free in the angriest corners of our minds. Which effects do you think is the most cringe-worthy? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, the casino chase. Star Wars Episode VIII, The Last Jedi. The recent Star Wars sequel utilized more practical effects than their prequel predecessors, but this didn't mean that these films were completely bereft of embarrassing CGI. Case in point, 2017's The Last Jedi featured one cringe-worthy scene that is still discussed by fans today.
What are those things?
Fathiers. I've never seen a real one.
We're speaking, of course, about that infamous chase scene that takes place on Canto Bight, the casino planet. Computer-generated images of Finn and Rose ride atop a creature called a fathier, the racing of which is sort of analogous to large greyhounds in the real world.
Stop enjoying this!
We've got them. They're not going anywhere.
The sequence just doesn't work and bogs down a section of the movie that was already rather pointless in the first place.
We need cover! Too much cover!
Number 9, The Droid Factory, Star Wars Episode II, Attack of the Clones. The phrase "looks like a video game" is one you might hear more than once throughout this list.
Wait.
This is thanks primarily to the standard of quality so often seen by computer-generated effects within the Star Wars prequels. The second film, Attack of the Clones, may be the most flagrant offender, with this sequence in the Droid Factory coming across, you guessed it, more like a video game level than anything remotely tense or exciting.
Uh-oh.
I'm so confused.
The scene is supposed to put Padme and Anakin in real danger, but the stakes never feel real, and the CGI images of the droid machinery are adequately rendered at best, and embarrassingly poor at worst. This scene was better left to the cutting room floor.
Not again. Obi-Wan's gonna kill me.
Number 8, Shock Picnic, Star Wars Episode II, Attack of the Clones. We're sticking around with Attack of the Clones for the time being. Call us gluttons for punishment? Many have criticized this film for its ham-handled romance plot, and they're right to do so.
I'm haunted by the kiss that you should never have given me. My heart is beating, hoping that that kiss will not become a scar.
However, let us not forget how bad the CGI was during these scenes as well. One particular offending example is when Anakin is tasked to ride a beast called the Shock while enjoying a picnic with Padme. First off, it must be said that the concept art for these Shocks was actually quite cool and imaginative, as evidenced by some archival behind-the-scenes home video footage.
I mean, it looks pretty much like the one you see in the movie, but honestly, as simple as he looks, it's just a big, fat thing. It really was quite a difficult character to bring to life.
The final product, though, was so poorly rendered that we can scarcely believe anyone at Lucasfilm was deluded enough into giving this the green light.
You're making fun of me.
No, I'd be much too frightened to tease a senator.
Number 7, The Sarlacc Pit, Star Wars Episode VI, Return of the Jedi. The original Star Wars trilogy sadly wasn't immune to retroactive CGI tinkering, a fact that continues to upset fans so many years after George Lucas and crew worked their, we're not going to use the word magic, but something else. The Sarlacc Pit scene in Return of the Jedi was given some extra tentacles and a worthless CGI mouth that looked like something rejected from the Little Shop of Horrors.
And now it's supper time!
It's just a glaringly obvious bit of trickery that adds nothing to the scene and looks like complete hot garbage to boot.
Don't move, Lando! Oh wait, I thought you were flying! It's all right, I can see a lot better. Don't move! A little higher! Just a little higher!
Was it any wonder Boba Fett was able to make it out of the Sarlacc alive? Number 6, The Battle of Naboo. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Hey, care for another video game cutscene disguised as a monumental moment in cinema? No? Well, too bad, because George Lucas was going to give it to you anyway. The climactic battle sequence from The Phantom Menace was supposed to present some gravitas, some real stakes during the Battle of Naboo. Sadly, the end results were more laughable than thrilling. This is thanks to a number of poorly executed CGI moments, including Trade Federation ships that are underwhelming, to say the least.
Open fire.
The backgrounds aren't rendered much better, and the whole sequence is artificial to a detrimental extreme. Some of these effects may have been impressive in 1999, but now the battle fails to engage its audience in nearly every respect.
Oh, giving up, General Jaja. Lisa, think of something.
Hands up. My give up. My give up.
Number 5, Jar Jar's Tongue. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Oh, muy, I love you.
You almost got us killed. Are you brainless?
I speak.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent. Now get out of here.
One key aspect of convincing CGI is how the real-life actors are able to interact with their computer-generated counterparts. When it works, the effect appears seamless, and we're able to give in to the world that's laid out for us. When it doesn't, such as with Jar Jar Binks in The Phantom Menace, you have a glaring distraction that succeeds in doing the exact opposite.
I'm the only human who can do it.
You must have Jedi reflexes if you race bots. Don't do that again.
Jar Jar's tongue is particularly disarming on a number of occasions. Liam Neeson's excitement level at having to interact with Binks at the dinner table is palpably low, while the scene where Jar Jar's tongue goes numb makes us want to burn out our eyes with a lightsaber.
My tongue is savage. My tongue, ravage.
Number 4, A Wonky Hut. Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. We actually understand the reasoning behind this scene from A New Hope, just not in the final execution.
Right here, Jabba.
Been waiting for you.
George Lucas shot a deleted scene with a human actor, Declan Mulholland, as a stand-in for what he hoped at the time could be a special effects Jabba in post-production. Technology being what it was in the late 70s, the scene was scrapped, only to be reinserted for the 1997 special edition home video release.
Look, Jabba, next time you want to talk to me, come see me yourself. Don't send one of these twerps.
The Jabba effect was rendered yet again in 2004, although, if we're being honest, both of them look terrible, and Harrison Ford's interaction with the Wonky Hut is strained, strange, and absolutely extraneous to need.
15, Jabba, don't push it.
This scene was better left forgotten. Number 3, Cy Snoodles. Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Who doesn't love the Max Rebo Band? This house band for Jabba the Hutt thrilled fans of the original Return of the Jedi with their performance of Lopty Neck, a disco-infused funk tune with lyrics that translated from Huttese into the title Fancy Man. The revamped Jedi special editions, however, jettisoned this tune in favor of a dreadful song and dance number. Jedi rocks. Music wasn't the only thing that was changed either, as the comically cute and endearing creature design of Rebo's lead singer, Cy Snoodles, was saddled with an atrocious CGI replacement. Her rendering makes us embarrassed for everyone involved. While the song itself has bad backup dancing, bad CGI accompaniment, it's just bad, and we never want to hear it again. Number 2. Young Leia and Grand Moff Tarkin. Rogue One, a Star Wars story. We appreciate the effort that the folks behind Rogue One put into this next entry. We really do. We'll also fully admit to giving in to nostalgia just a bit when we first saw CGI renderings of a young Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia and Peter Cushing as Grand Moff Tarkin.
We've heard word of rumors circulating through the city. Apparently, you've lost a rather talkative cargo pilot. If the Senate gets wind of our project, countless systems will flock to the rebellion.
Cushing's CGI scenes were particularly interesting since the actor had long since left us by the time Rogue One hit theaters in 2016.
Guy Henry, who carefully studied Cushing on the set.
Lost in the attack.
It's Henry's voice and performance that the ILM artist used as a guide.
The original plans for the station are kept there, are they not?
However, the film used Tarkin as a character a bit too much, diluting the impact of what could have been a unique cameo from the great beyond.
We stand here amidst my achievement, not yours!
I'm afraid the recent security breaches have laid bare your inadequacies as a military director.
Meanwhile, Leia's CGI suffers from a severe lack of emotion and the sort of cold, dead eyes that we also have from compiling this list.
Your Highness, the transmission we received. What is it they've sent us?
Hope.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Mos Eisley, Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope. Viewers of a certain age will likely remember with great fondness the first time they watched the Mos Eisley Cantina scene from A New Hope, and how it sparked their imaginations with wild creature designs that imbued the cantina with a sense of mystery and danger.
Mos Eisley Spaceport. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
Imagine then how those people reacted when not only the cantina but the entire spaceport seemed to be overrun with needless and poorly rendered CGI effects. A quick comparison online shows how the scene from the 2011 Blu-ray version runs noticeably longer thanks to shots of Luke and Obi-Wan's speeder pulling in, and the random creatures carelessly inserted into the background with little attention paid to scale or depth of field. Worst of all, no Wolfman. Justice for Lax Sivrak.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.